finally had a go at finishing the kind of main entrance at Summerhill, if you like the first gate you come to. The guy we used to move the bales had to rip out the gate because it was a 12-foot gate and it was just too small with the bend on the road to get his trailer in the summer this was, and it's just we haven't really needed the field, so we've just kind of put it off. Kind of we need the field in the next couple of weeks, I suppose. So kind of the wire got a bit butchered really, but anyway I've kind of just about managed to secure it, put a new post in and put the gate on and a few half round posts as rails. It's not pretty, but it should do the job. The only other issue is it's a bit of an awkward angle. I don't know, you can't really see properly, but I don't know what angle it is, but it's certainly not square or flat or anything. Put a couple of new rails on over here. See, I've used screws because they're stronger and I'm right next to the truck, so it's easy. Because these were all rotten. Just replaced what's here. The issue is I've put the I've got to make a little weird extendy bit of rail to put the big staple on for the gate. Issue being, I'm used to the gate I make. This is an IAE gate, and the catch, that's as fully open as it goes. I can't actually open the gate at the moment, which is really quite annoying. So I have to try to bash it over a bit, I think. So you can see I've managed to bash it over, so it does now open. But I have split this silly little bit of rail I put on, which I guess was probably inevitable. But it was fine until I had to move it over. It's reasonably sturdy, and I'm probably going to put a chain on it anyway, so not too panicked. Looks a bit rubbish, but I've just kind of been thinking, and I'm a little bit paranoid about the sheep jumping out, so I just put another one on the top at a bit of an angle, so I could kind of join it onto the top of the other post. It looks rubbish. The hedge kind of disappears there as you that's the gate then. Hedge kind of disappears, so there was a bit more of it there that came out of the gate post, so there's not much height there. If the sheep saw a gap, they probably could maybe jump it. It's a long way from the rest of our land really, so we're not here every 5 minutes, so if they get out, which they have done, it's a bit of a nightmare. So yeah, extra one.
Attention! Ah.
Stupidly, I let the garage persuade me to put all-terrain tyres on it, because apparently it's easier on the suspension, but I keep getting it stuck all the time I try doing anything, which is really annoying. So I used to having mud tyres on it, and it was great then, but it's practically useless without mud tyres on. It makes a massive difference to tyres. So I think I might have to keep these for summer use or something, and I might put a set of mud tyres on in the near future, although obviously we're going to have to get it out of the field first. And we still need to move the tree. cut it off in the hope that the having less weight on it, and then we might get the pickup out on 2 wheels. Couldn't get the strap off, it was too tight, so get a chainsaw in, I guess. So we have managed to get the pickup off without the weight of the tree. It does mean the tree's still in the way is the issue, which is a bit of a nightmare. But you can see we tried putting a bit of stone from the gateway by the tyres. Only 2 of them seem to be turning, which is a bit annoying. It was meant to be in 4-wheel drive. And you can see the other one's in there, which was on the front right wheel. We can move the branch out of the way. I suppose we could just cut the branches, but we're still going to get left with a root ball, which is what I was trying to move. Because the only way we're going to move it really is with a machine. It's not massively realistic, I don't think, to move. Well, a lot of the soil and roots have come off, in fairness. We might just have to try.
Okay, so now we just cut some of the brambles off there and put them over there because we realised how bad the fence was. It's like wobbly. Down here is worse. We literally snapped the rails off like nothing. It was like breaking cardboard, but it's so wobbly. Yeah.
So we hadn't really planned on doing this bit of fence because in my head it was alright, but it wasn't. It was pretty much rotten. It's just it was being held up by the brambles. So we put a few new posts in next to the old posts, stapled the wire back to it, and then we've put a new top rail on and a new, well, half of a new mid rail. The bit over there wasn't too bad, so we'll live with that for a little bit. So it's not looking too bad now, to be honest. It's a job I hadn't really expected to do, but you see it's alright. We're kind of trimmed up there, ready to join. We're going to basically fence between those 2 humps of dirt, I think. Well, root balls that we kind of cut apart. So we'll put a line of fence up here then, with a gate kind of here where these posts are, and then we'll have like a decent sized handling pen that we can set up a little race in if we need to or whatever, and kind of load a truck or a trailer. So the new Hyundai Auger, we've drilled, I think this is the 4th hole we've drilled with it, and it's basically decided to fall apart. So we've just had to come to work, the workshop. You see, this is the original one that we managed to find. One on the other side is one I had, slightly, no, it's a stainless one as opposed to a plated one. It's about 3 or 4 mil shorter, but it seems to be doing the job. You can see, I think you can see the rubber blocks kind of compressed, so hopefully it'll take some of the vibrations out of it for a bit and we'll hopefully get on. Sid's just unrolling some barbed wire to go just above the top rail there. I'll just tighten it up now. So we've just kind of put a rail and a top barb on. It's a bit higgledy-piggledy, but it's kind of not bad. Not exactly a professional fencer, but contractors never seem to want to turn up for a small job. Doing it ourselves. Yeah, starting to get a little bit, well, not quite run out of daylight, but we will soon, and need to feed all the pigs and the sheep. Haven't done any of the animals since breakfast, so yeah, no, that's it really for now. We'll finish off tomorrow hopefully.